Back at Olympic Stadium, great concern for Joe Barnes, a quarterback of Montreal, at the bench. They do not think it's a shoulder separation, but there's injury there somewhere. Back to the action.
And Sonny Wade will come on to quarterback the Alouettes due to the injury to Joe Barnes.
Well, this will create a few changes for that Toronto defense. They won't be using those defensive ends quite as wide because they feel that Sonny Wade will not run as much as Joe Barnes will. He'll drop straight back in the pocket, and by keeping the ends in tighter, they get a better Russian quarterback when he drops straight back.
Don, the story, as I understand it, from the Montreal bench, as far as Joe Barnes is concerned, that is a definite shoulder separation. That is very bad news. So went Barnes, so went the Montreal Alouettes in this season. At least it seemed that way. I'm not downgrading Sonny Wade at all. But Joe Barnes was making this club move. Now he has a shoulder separation. We'll keep our eye on it.
Chuck Ealey out with a similar problem, although perhaps not a recurrence of the separation for Toronto. Comes back in now. Out to Peter Mueller, and Mueller had 8 yards before they rolled him back around the 50-yard line. Chuck Ealey has nobody open, and he runs for the first down. Clifton Alapa caught up with him. A gritty performance by Ealey, coming back strong here in the fourth quarter. 10-17 left, and we'll be right back. They've just announced it to the crowd here, 69,093. They represent an all-time CFL record single-game high. Toronto at the Montreal 32. First down. Cornell rides Ealey down. A loss of 10. Up by until that play, Ealey had rushed 4 times for 62 yards, but he cost himself 10.
Well, Gabriel Gregoire, number 47, who's in at that defensive end spot this time, gets pinned to the inside, but Cornell, who's the middle linebacker, is shadowing that quarterback as he goes out there. And once he got to the outside of number 47, Gregoire, Cornell just came on like a train and put him to the ground.
He had a free ticket all the way into the quarterback. This is 2nd and 10. Ealey going deep. Kirk, touchdown. Kelvin Kirk caught it just inside the flag, and the Argonauts increase their lead to 19-6.
Well, Kelvin Kirk, number 14, who has that great speed, but they don't get the ball to him too much because of Whit Tucker's isolation. We have him going down here, and he runs what we call a post corner. He starts to the inside toward the goal post, gets number 37, Vernon Perry, to make a complete turn, and Ealey did a great job of throwing the ball away from the defensive back and right into the corner there across the goal line. But a good throw by Ealey. Once Kirk got Perry turned around, he led him away from the defensive back.
A 37-yard touchdown, and there's the point after by Andrusician, and the Toronto Argonauts have a 20-6 lead over the Montreal Alouettes with 9 minutes and 8 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. A 2 converted touchdown lead for a very happy band of Toronto Argonauts. And you got to give Chuck Ealey a lot of credit for coming back in and engineering the kind of offense that he did, traveling 68 yards in 6 plays, capping it with a 37-yarder to Kirk for the score.
But a big play in that drive, Don, was Chuck Ealey when he scrambled out of the pocket after they put the good pressure on him and made that first down to keep the drive alive.
Ealey's been wrapped by a lot of sources over the past few years, but you've got to give the man credit for coming back and holding his ground and looking very, very impressive throughout this 1977 season.
Well, he's a guy that never says die. He's got a lot of what you really want to have in a player inside him, and no matter what the situation is, he keeps his head up and he keeps his mouth shut. I think that's very important.
I guess one of the reasons that you stuck with him last year and kept giving him chance after chance.
That's right.
Here's Andrusician's kickoff. A swiver down to Marvin Davis, and he lost the football. Goes to Toronto. A big break for the Argonauts. Rick Sovieta has the ball. When things go bad, they really go sour. And Montreal has had time and time again turnovers, and breaks go against them.
Well, from the end zone, we see this short kickoff. Z just nubbing it now. He's doing this on purpose. He doesn't want to kick it deep. And Marvin Davis, number 66, has those hands all taped up as a defensive lineman. Last time they kicked it to him, he almost broke it before Bragagnola tripped him up. This time, he couldn't even pick it up off the ground, and Sovieta picks it up. And now Argos are in scoring position again.